Kayo coming to an end. Kayo's getting ready to LL, I have to say. Our meta here in good old Eastern Kentucky has been very brute heavy. So it's going to be very, very bittersweet to me. And if you guys don't know what Living Legend is and you don't know much about Flesh and Blood, this is Big John AppalachiaTCG. We're going to talk about Flesh and Blood today, this morning. Here it is, 2026, 6:45 a.m. Before we get the day started today, anyway, Big John AppalachiaTCG. We run a small little card store in McGoffin County, Kentucky. If you guys want to check it out, help us out, AppalachiaTCG.com. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Even been doing a little bit of whatnot streams, but come check us out. We fix video game consoles, computers, repair cell phones, iPads, and more. And of course, run trading card game events and sell trading cards. That's the main thing here. And we got started because of Flesh and Blood. So I just want to talk about Flesh and Blood and KO. And we're talking about one-armed KO, Armed and Dangerous LL. And it's been it's bittersweet. Every Monday, we're kind of speculating here. Our RTN is actually Sunday, the February 1st, and it'll still be at Sayersville Amenities in Sayersville, Kentucky. It'll be $25 to join. It's on the website, the event page. So if you're close to Sayersville, Kentucky, come check us out. You win a nice prize. Man, you get. So if you guys ain't, if you're familiar with other card games, mostly like the company just bans them. They don't play in Heroes, but say a card is breaking the game or the meta or whatever. Flesh and Blood does something completely different. They do a Living Legend point system. Every time a hero, a specific hero, and their weapon keeps building up so many points that they have 1,000 points, and they will get a status called Living Legend. And you can, they are no longer in Classic Constructed. Classic Constructed being the #1 format of Flesh and Blood. Of course, there's other formats they're working on. They're completely redoing Blitz, from what I understand, and they're rolling out a new format called Silver Age. But Living Legends, there's quite a bit of heroes already on there. This game's been out 5 years, so the reason I say KO, Armed and Dangerous right here, is bittersweet is because I started playing the game before running a store. Before all this, I started playing the game right at the beginning of Heavy Hitters, or it had just come out. I think I was introduced to it, but Heavy Hitters hadn't released yet. But then I started buying Heavy Hitters, or that's why I started actually playing the game. Of course, KO got a lot of buffs in that set, and he's been terrorizing me the whole entire time. So what a brute player does is usually they don't block and they just swing massive amount of damage. Well, at least KO does, and he's been terrorizing me the whole entire time. We got quite a bit of KO players, a lot of very brute heavy. And KO has been always around. Like, you have to pretty much sideboard for a KO in any of the major events for sure. And even at our local armories, there's usually a KO or two swinging around. Just massive amounts of damage. Just taking it and swinging more than you could deal. So you gotta try to live. Anyway, we don't look for everybody speculating that KO Armed and Dangerous is not going to make it past next week, and so you earn so many points per season in the Road to Nationals. So Road to National, it's Road to National season right now. Points per season. Yeah, it's gonna. He's probably gonna tip over. Like you can see right here on the point system, he's at 936. So as soon as he hits 1,000, he is no longer gonna be able to be played in any events. Living Legend just happened to Florian this week. I think he wasn't able to be played at all in any of the major events. So the Living Legend system, great system. I think overall a great system for any game to kind of mimic or follow. If you was going to start a new card game, this is probably the way to go, especially if you're going to be focused on competitive play. But this is great. Like I said, it has all the heroes. So there's 36 heroes, it looks like, kinda. There's like some hero. No. Is there 36 heroes available now? Probably, but right now we're in the Super Slam season. And you can kind of, if you go here, you have to go. So the website's still a little confusing. You got to go to play and go to form or rules and policies to see this. And then you got to go to right here, Living Legend. And then you can get to this page if you want to check it out yourself. But Living Legend Classic Constructed this is the main format. Classic Constructed is. It just kind of tells you. So if you're getting in the flesh and blood, this is a great thing to use to kind of tell what hero you should get. So if you're not going to compete in every major event on the planet in flesh and blood, and you just kind of want to enjoy the game locally, and you don't want to buy, say, would be the point of building a Kayo Armed and Dangerous deck right now when you're not going to be able to play it. So you can kind of like, okay, these guys are doing pretty good right now. Right here's one of my favorites, Kasai. They're doing pretty good right now. Maybe I'll build them. But yeah, like I said, Living Legend's not perfect. What affected me the most was Aurora. The hero just come out. The Armory deck just come out. And like a week later, she was LL'd. It really sucked. It was one of the first, the second deck I started putting extra money into myself. And like I just have all these cards that I don't get to play with now. So it sucks. It does happen. But they did do a fix to that. They made, instead, they didn't get to ban the cards that was making her really broken. And she LL'd before they could even step in to do it. So, yeah. Now, when a new hero comes out, they take half points, which is good. So, they kind of fixed that. They got a year to, like, be available, and then they start taking the full points again. I think even older heroes start taking more now. Is that, I don't know if it says that anywhere. Yeah, multiplier. So, if they've been out 2 years, they get 1.5. Okay. So they've been less than a year, they take half points, which is great. 1 to 2 years, they take normal. And if they've been out 2+ years, they're trying to just cycle through some heroes. So 1.5. So a lot of these heroes are getting even more points. Like Kasai's been out a while now. Bravo. I can't believe Bravo ain't LL'd, really. But he's been out a long time. Verdance, Florian got banned, and then Verdance is just taking over. But anyways, guys, that's my story about Kayo. It's bittersweet. I never did build a deck myself, but I've sure played enough brutes to know he's going to be missed. Sort of. I'm sure. So there's another Kayo called the Underarm Cheat. I'm sure a lot of people will be switching over to him. Right here, he's already getting points, so Kayo the Underarm Cheat be the next step probably, or a lot of people probably be going to Reinar. Reinar's not got a lot of LL points, and he's been out a while, so he might start earning some. He can be nasty too, especially with all these people having all these brute mean players having to switch to somebody. Might see a lot of Reinars here. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about KO going to LL, or potentially this weekend. Like I said, come check us out. Sorry I ain't been doing as many videos. I've been really, really busy. Going to try going back to doing a video every morning. We'll see you guys in the next one.